Well. Sam Altman, Altman, as Nolan Bowerley would say, right, Jeremy? As Nolan Bowerley would say, the simulation winking at you, Altman. Just like Bill Gates, toll booth, he gets the toll, and he's always grifting and grafting and rent-seeking on society. And then you have Altman, OpenAI, he's causing the problem. Oh, AI is going to do this, and he's like, well, I'm going to fix it, though. Worldcoin, we're going to fix it with Worldcoin. And... you know, we're gonna scan your iris, scan your retinas, and we're gonna have the orbs, these little balls you see all around the world, and it's just another venture-backed pile of garbage. As you can see, if you can clearly see that Bitcoiners way above society, way up here, and not that they're better. Bitcoiners stay humble and stack sats, right? But when you're a Bitcoiner, you can see above the fray. You can see way above the false prison of two ideas, red and blue, black and white, man versus woman, all this stuff. You see way above. You see truth at the end of the day. Some might call it God. Some might call it truth. Some might call it, nature's law. People have many different explanations for it. But you can see way above, and you can see the funders, the investors in Worldcoin. These people are going to artificially pump this coin. And, the thing is, if people were really altruistic, if they were really peace-seeking, if they were really justice-seeking, they would be in Bitcoin. All of them would be in Bitcoin. That should be your clue right there. If you know nothing about Bitcoin, or if you've been thinking about Bitcoin, or if you have maybe some weird thoughts and your brain's kind of blowing up a little bit as I say that, that might be your cue to go study Bitcoin a little bit more as to why we're saying that. I'll give you a few hints. Proof of work, difficulty adjustment, hardest money ever, 21 million, hard cap, can't be more coins, can't be printed, can't be counterfeited, can't be changed, it's immutable. Look up some of those words. See why, truly decentralized, nodes. Look up why that Bitcoin is the new system, the new monetary system, and the new internet. It's everything, all in one. You can't have Worldcoin, you can't have Ethereum, you can't have all of these coins. This is the big secret, guys. I'm going to let you in on the big secret. You cannot have another fire or another wheel. Bitcoin is invented. Digital finite scarcity was invented one time. All these other coins try to claim they're cryptocurrencies or money or some type of money. They're not. None of them are. At very best, some of these companies, a few of the 30,000 of the altcoins by the Altmans will be tech companies. They'll be VC-backed tech companies. That's all they are now. Anderson Horowitz, Three Arrows Capital, Sam Bankman-Fried, all the players, a lot of them that have blown up over the last year or two, they're the investors in Worldcoin, which was, I believe, introduced a year or two ago and now just kind of coming out into the public. So, as Nolan Bowerley says as well all the time, don't follow the science. It's the dumbest thing you can say. Follow the money. Follow the money. You're going to get much closer to the truth. And Worldcoin is just another one of these scams. It's another scam to take in all of your information, just like the 23andMe, taking in your blood. Here's my iris. Why are people so ignorant of history and what happens when you give centralized authorities, these people at the top that literally have no rules? Why are people so obsessed with giving away their sovereignty, their privacy, and their freedom for a little bit of security? I read one of the articles. It was like a bunch of children, which I get why. They're 20-year-old kids, and they are poor as can be because the fiat legacy monetary system has destroyed them. The people at the top has destroyed any ability to acquire wealth or save wealth, because you can't save in a fiat currency because they print more and more of it. So the value of it goes down. So they're saying like, oh, I told my brother we're going to go scan our retinas and get some free coins because it's free money. It's basically free money. That was one of the articles I had seen. It was about free money. It ain't money. Money has to be a store of value. Number one, the three things: unit of account, medium exchange, but the most important, and I believe as you go to the Fed website or stuff like that, right there it says the number one thing is a store of value. The money, money has to be a store of value. So that, by definition, the US dollar is not a store of value. It is a currency or a unit of account. That's all it is. It doesn't have one of the three major pillars of being a money. And then as Mike Maloney says, there's other attributes that money must have. But those are the three main pillars. And no fiat currency is that. It doesn't pass the money test. None of them. No fiat currency, government currency, no crypto, no Worldcoin, Ethereum. They aren't stores of value. They print more and more and more of them. So they are not stores of value. They are not money. The only thing that is Bitcoin. It's the only thing you can't print more of. It's the only thing you can't mine more of after 21 million, right? There's only 19.3 million in circulation so far, and there's still a million or so to, a million and a half or so, a little more than to be mined, 1.7 million to be mined over the next 120 years, 107 years or whatever it is, 117. Can't do my math, but that is the difference. Gold and silver can be mined. Gold and silver can be mined in the ocean. It can be mined on asteroids. It can be mined just right along the surface of the earth. We have to understand that money is supposed to do one thing very well, and that's be money. It's not supposed to be in jewelry. It's not supposed to be in all these other things. I was that person. I was a gold bug. I was a silver guy. I come from that world. I have some still. I have some in vaults. I have some still. I have physical in vaults. I have in different locations around the earth. I am of that world. I am of that world. But believe me, Bitcoin is so far above and beyond all that we have to stay humble. We have to stay humble and stack sats and realize that things are changing. Alvin Toffler told us that you must be able to learn, unlearn, and then relearn. In a future we are going into with AI, with the information age we're going into, or that we're in, and someone else just coined it something else that we're going into. I forget what they called it now, not the AI age, but we're going from the information age to something else now, not the adaptive age, it's something. But it was brilliant, and it really is. We are going that fast. Like these periods lasted 1,000 years, and they lasted hundreds of years, and now they're lasting decades, and that's it. The information age lasted about 20, 30 years, 1990 maybe to 2020. Boom, gone. We are in the AI age, the adaptive age. We're in this new age that we have to be able to understand trends and where life is going. We're not going back. We're not going back to the analog unless something really bad happens. But we're prepared for that too, right? We're prepared for that too. I'm going to prepare for what's most likely to happen. That's why the majority of our portfolio is becoming Bitcoin as it grows in value here over time. However, we're still prepared for the tail risk. We still have some physical in our hands. We still have some physical actual things you can hold other than a hardware wallet, a cold storage wallet for Bitcoin. But we still have things that you can hold, like some gold and silver, like some real estate. Just sold a rental property today though, for profit. And it's great. You pay a little bit of capital gains tax. I'm not 1099ing into more physical real estate. I'm gonna buy more digital real estate. Not metaverse. I'm buying the most pristine digital real estate, Bitcoin. Be buying more Bitcoin and going to be buying more as well, which we are talking about in our next portfolio allocation letter coming up here in the next week or so, but more cards, more art, more Bitcoin trading cards. I gotta see this chopper. Oh yeah, chopper's coming in hot. He wants some of this action. Hopefully it's not a black chopper. Landed on the roof. But Bitcoin trading cards, having art, diversifying even a little more. And again, full disclosure, I help the company and work with the company and advise them and work with them and do work for them. But the community that's being built here is unbelievable, and it's because of Bitcoiners. Again, if any Bitcoin company, I would invest in any Bitcoin company. So we're looking into some different payment companies, Jolt's being one of them, that are raising money, a Bitcoin payment company, Bitcoin mining companies. Any company that's going into the Bitcoin world is going to be so massively profitable if they do half of what they need to do right, that is the future. Bitcoiners are the future because they are people who can see the patterns, they know history, and they can see trends coming in the future. So they have the past, the present, and the future down. It's not that they're all geniuses, some of them are, but not that they're all geniuses. Some of the smartest people in the world are coming to Bitcoin, but it's because people in Bitcoin generally can see the past, the present, and the future, put those things together, and they can see what's happening. That's one of the coolest things about Bitcoin. It's not the price. It's not the price. You notice that we haven't talked about price of Bitcoin at all. You notice I almost never talk about price of Bitcoin. That is the coolest thing of all. The coolest thing to me is when someone in Thailand or Nigeria or Washington State or in El Salvador can put their money into an asset that they can move around the world in an instant for fractions of a penny and not be censored. They can buy, purchase, or send remittances, anything for fractions of a penny and not be censored. And they can bank themselves. They can be their own bank, and no one can tell them what to do. So like I started this video, if you are for justice, if you are for fairness, if you're for equality for every single human being on earth, if you're for freedom, for property rights, for you taking your own wealth into your own hands, you will be for Bitcoin. And Bitcoin exposes people, because if you are not for those things, those people are generally against Bitcoin, and it becomes very easy litmus test to see who is for or against freedom. Please share this out. Please, because the Worldcoin, the scams of the world, these are only perpetuating more darkness, more fiat, more of the same, proof of stake worlds, where a few at the top, the grifters, the grafters, the VCs, Wall Street, The tycoons, the central bankers get to run the world, and the 99% suffer. Because I need you to share this out, because the algorithm ain't gonna do any help watching and then listening to what we are talking about, what I just said right here. The truth will set you free. Are we going to pick up our cross and tell the truth and speak truth and stand by the truth and lay down our life? Or are we going to pick up our life and lay down our cross, lay down our truth? It's up to us. Appreciate you being here. Please share this out, because the algorithm does hate truth. Question everything with boldness, even the existence of God himself. Trust but verify. This is not financial advice. It's freedom advice. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one.